Welcome back to The Daily, everybody. A 4-year-old Oklahoma girl hasn't been seen since earlier this week, and now police have arrested the couple that was supposed to be caring for her. Athena Brownfield lives in Cyril, southwest of Oklahoma City. Her 5-year-old sister was spotted by a postal worker wandering alone. Police arrested Alicia Adams, who was supposed to be caring for the girls, charging her with child neglect. Her husband, Ivan Adams, was found in Arizona and is being extradited back to Oklahoma, but still no sign of Athena. Details on her family and why she had caregivers is not immediately clear. Her sister is now with Child Services. Trash services are halted in the city while authorities search for Athena. Police are also canvassing neighborhoods, asking for anyone with security video to come forward. So, Brian, what exactly is neglect in Oklahoma?
It's pretty broad as a definition, Jesse. It's not providing or denying a child with proper hygiene and education or health care. It can even be not providing or denying a child clothing, food, or housing, allowing a child to be exposed to age-inappropriate situations or even criminal activity. It could even be abandoning a child or leaving them under the supervision of an inappropriate person, which could be the situation here, or another minor. So when you're talking about child neglect, it is broad and for many reasons probably should be, because there are so many things that a child needs from a guardian and a parent, and if to take it away from them or to deny them that can be criminal.
I agree with you. You know, you're in the care and custody of someone who, and this is a person who can't care for themselves. So obviously that definition should be broad. Nima, I want to go to you. Are there extra resources that are available to help search for Athena? Because I wonder, why has there not been an Amber Alert?
Yeah, there are extra resources, federal resources. We know local law enforcement, they're searching for Athena on land, sea, and air. You got helicopters, you got boats, obviously you got vehicles on the ground. I think the issue in this case with respect to the Amber Alert, and there's a lot of criticism of Oklahoma police for not issuing the Amber Alert, is there's specific criteria, and that criteria is that they believe that the child has been abducted. I don't think they think that's happened, because Athena's sister was wandering the streets discovered by a postal worker. So, you know, I hope for the best. I hope she is found, but I'm very concerned that if they don't think the child's been abducted, if she just wandered off, I hope they find her and they find her healthy and alive.
Because the other way of looking at it is they might be thinking the worst at this point, and an Amber Alert is not necessary. A community in Massachusetts gathered for a prayer vigil Thursday night to support the family of missing Cohasset mother Anna Walsh. More than 100 people attended the 15-minute vigil, where prayers, hymns, and moments of silence were held for the 39-year-old who's been missing since January 4th. Her husband, 47-year-old Brian Walsh, has been arrested and accused of misleading the police investigation. You see, prosecutors said there's strong circumstantial evidence tying him to the case, including a bloody knife, cleaning supplies that were purchased, a newly cleaned car, and internet search history. The suspect is also awaiting sentencing on an unrelated federal case involving an online scheme selling fake Andy Warhol paintings. He's pleaded not guilty in his wife's case and is currently being held on $500,000 bond. When we come back, actor Kevin Spacey is back in the hot seat as more sexual assault charges are brought against him in the UK. Will he secure another victory or face serious trouble across the pond? And welcome back, everybody. We finish out today's show by shining a light on actor Kevin Spacey. You remember him. Well, he is making headlines yet again for alleged sexual assaults. The Oscar winner appeared virtually in a London courtroom on Friday, pleading not guilty to 7 more sexual assault charges. A male accuser claims Spacey sexually assaulted him on several occasions between 2001 and 2004. Judge Mark Wall agreed to combine this indictment with an earlier one involving 5 similar charges connected to 3 additional men in the UK. Spacey pleaded not guilty to those charges last summer. This follows Spacey's victory in New York just last fall, when actor Anthony Rapp accused him of sexual assault in the 1980s. A pretrial review is set for April to decide if all 12 UK charges will be pursued at this trial in June. In the meantime, Kevin Spacey remains out on bail. Nima, I'll start with you. Are there any standout differences in this type of case in the UK versus the one in the United States?
Oh, big differences. First, you're talking about a criminal case versus civil. And the fact that Spacey's lawyers were able to win here in New York with a much lower burden of proof for the alleged victim, the plaintiff, it's going to embolden them there in the UK. Of course, on the other hand, whenever you have more victims or alleged victims, that bodes well for the prosecution. It can overwhelm the defense because even though they don't believe one, it's hard for a judge or jurors to disbelieve more than one victim. So it's going to be interesting to see if Kevin Spacey's lawyers try to sever those trials. They still have up until March to decide whether to do so and adopt more of a divide and conquer strategy or to attack all of them at once.
Not to make light of it, but I think they could have done it better with the courtroom sketch. That didn't really look like Kevin Spacey. I think it could have been done better. That's a side note. Brian, I want to go to you. Why would the judge join Spacey's two cases together, and what does that mean for the trials when we look at it overall?
All right, so like Nima was saying, they might want to sever the cases, but the opposite of sever is to join them. The easy answer, it's called judicial economy and lack of bias. Judicial economy just means, hey, we're going to have these two different trials with such similar allegations, and we have one case we have 3 alleged victims and one having 1, you might as well just make one big case with 4. And so long as adding that additional alleged victim to the other 3 doesn't bias the case overall, that makes sense to combine the cases. Now it's up for the defense, as Nima hinted at, to say, hey, we shouldn't keep these cases together. Someone's not going to convict Spacey because of one individual piece of evidence, but because of the totality of all of the witnesses. They're going to say, hey, well, he must be guilty just because of the sheer number of alleged victims. So we'll see how that continues and what they decide.
Well, in terms of legal outcomes, Kevin Spacey's been doing very well. You know, everything that he's been hit with seems to fight it back. Brian, Nima, thanks so much. Appreciate it as always. Everyone out there, thanks so much for joining us here on Long Crime Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.